Hello everyone and Happy New Year. We have just entered 2023 and it is January 1st. Happy New Year again. My name is Paul Arsov and I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web Project. Welcome to our Instagram Live event, and the topic for today is 2022 in crypto and a fear review. Once again, before we start, I like to say a few words about our project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. Decentralization is a key word here. Most of the times when investors and marketers and ordinary people in crypto, they talk about decentralization and Web3, which is the new generation of next generation of internet. When people are talking about Web3 or decentralization, they think of blockchain technology. In my personal opinion, as a technology developer, blockchain technology is not suitable to be the driver of decentralization or the driver of next generation of internet. And why is that? Blockchain technology is very cumbersome. It has lots of flaws, and in my previous talks, I did talk in details about the issues of blockchain technology. So what we do is non-blockchain type of decentralization. It is a type of decentralization engine. Like blockchain technology is one type of decentralization engine, and what we have is a different type of decentralization engine. So in our project, we still have a blockchain instance and we have a cryptocurrency token, but they play just a support role in our project. Lots of other projects, they exist into an ecosystem, like there's an ecosystem of Ethereum projects based on the Ethereum blockchain, and then their ecosystem based on the Binance Smart Chain, and there's ecosystem based on Polygon chain. There's also ecosystems based on the Solana blockchains and some other blockchains as well. But we do not exist within an ecosystem, and our project is just independent from other people's and other blockchains ecosystems. So success of a project depends on marketing, and we have been posting on multiple social networks. It includes Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Discord, and Reddit. These are lots of networks we're posting, but we're focusing on Telegram, growing a community, and in order to make it interesting for the community, so we're organizing educational events just like the one today, which is happening on Instagram Live. We had one event which happened yesterday. It was on the same topic, 2022 in crypto and a fear review, and it did happen on Twitter Space. In addition to these educational events, which happen every Saturday and Sunday, we are organizing Ask Me Anything events and demo day events on Thursdays. So 1 week we have Ask Me Anything event on Thursday, and then the next week we have a demo day event on Thursday as well. And the week later we are going to follow up with Ask Me Anything event as well. So this is a way to make things interesting for the community and to show our progress in the project. Like lots of the other projects, they have very little to show, but as I mentioned, we have a software engine, and it has a graphical screen, and we can show what it does. Regarding our educational events, we did start them around maybe 3 months ago, and the topic of the very first event, which happened only on Twitter Space, was what is blockchain. The following event, the following week, it was on the topic of what is smart contract. And it did happen on both Twitter Space and Instagram Live. So some of the topics of the following events that we did was like central bank digital currencies versus ordinary crypto. A battle is coming, and some of the other events, the topic of the other events, Web3 or Web5, different visions and implementations, decentralization engines, blockchains as decentralization engine, and other decentralization engine implementations, applying astrology in crypto, decentralized finance destined to implode, and so on and so on. Every week around the middle of week, we are posting on our social networks an announcement of the upcoming talks, like educational talks, happening on Twitter Space and Instagram Live. So this is a web page on our website, which is decentralizedweb.org. It is decentralized and web all together .org. So when you go to the web page, on the top of the main page, you can see the upcoming one or two upcoming things for the week. So it includes invitation for the educational events on Saturday or Sunday. It includes invitation for the either Ask Me Anything event or a demo day event on Thursdays, and so it also includes the poll for the week. And the poll for the week is a web page where people can enter, click and enter this specific web page, and then they have to choose different things. And the topic for this week is it includes selections for people to choose whether they did attend the Ask Me Anything event or not, did they attend a demo day event or not, and did they attend educational events either on Twitter Space or on Instagram Live or on both Twitter Space and Instagram Live, or they didn't attend these events. So these are things which are the polls or referrals. They like people entering this, they have a chance to be selected and get a reward which is paid in cryptocurrency. So as I said, we have a lot in our project with demo days in Saturdays, with educational events in Saturdays and Sundays, demo days and announcing events on Thursdays, and also the polls for the week. But enough talking about our project. Let's go back to the topic of this event, 2022 in crypto, end of year review. So basically, when we look at the very beginning and when we look at the very end of the year, we did enter the year in a bull market. So like the crypto was going up and up, and the stock market was going up as well. So if we look at the very end of the year, where we did end the year in a bear market, and the crypto is going down and down further. So what happened in between these two events during like between the beginning and between the ending of the year 2022? In the first few months, we had a very significant geopolitical event, and it was the start of the war between Russia and Ukraine. And this start of the war, it did affect negatively both the crypto market and the stock market. Basically, if we look back a few years, so like in the beginning of 2020, around March, maybe around the middle of March, we had the official recognition in the countries in the world, official recognition of the start of the pandemic. And the pandemic was a global event. It affected all or almost all of the countries in the world. And the government did announce measures to help financially the population of the countries. For example, in the United States, there was an announcement of the U.S. Central Bank that they're going to do financial help, and they are going to do quantitative easing, or in layman terms, like printing money in the amount of $4 trillion. So this is a very significant amount, and so like the U.S. Federal Reserve is and central banks in general, they're actually giving the money they are issuing to the commercial banks, and commercial and retail banks, and the banks themselves, they do issue further loans, or like the governments, they can do payments to some of the governments, they did send payments through the tax returns, or in some other way to the population in their countries because of the COVID. And because of this significant infusion of money, the stock market and the crypto market, it started going up and up. But so like so in the beginning, just in the beginning of the announcement of the pandemic, so we had a very significant drop in both like the crypto market and the stock market. So like the effect in 2022 of the other geopolitical event of starting the war between Russia and Ukraine. So it was very negative as well. And so like the stock market and the crypto market, it went down as well. So the thinking of people who are promoting crypto, like saying that crypto can serve as a safe haven from events like starting of the COVID pandemic, or starting of the geopolitical event like a war, like it did not serve as safe haven. So like both the stock market went down and the crypto market went down. So we have second confirmation after the COVID pandemic, the second confirmation that crypto cannot serve as a safe haven from global events and events which happen, which affect either multiple countries, or they affect the population around the world, as it happened with the pandemic. If we go further, then starting of the the bear market and decline in the value of crypto, the following events, so we can follow up with the next significant event, which happened to be the crash of Terra Luna cryptocurrency. People who follow on the big crashes in crypto, they know that Terra Luna did announce, and they did create a so-called algorithmic stable coin. And they had one stable coin called UST, and they had the first coin, the stable coin. It was supposed to have one-to-one peg to the US dollar. It had to buy and sell for the same value as the US dollar was selling. And Terra Luna did create a second coin called Luna, which was not a stable coin, but it could increase or decrease in value. And of course, the project was promoted very heavily. People started rushing to enter and buy either into UST or in Luna, and they did experience very big gains. But the thing with algorithmic stable coins is the algorithms do not work. Why? But why do I think that algorithms algorithms for stable coins do not work. Um, so like I did mention in the beginning of our educational events that I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. But the project that I was dealing before the Decentralized Web project was about automated trading of crypto and foreign exchange. And based on my experience in like automated trading in crypto, I would tell right away that like algorithmic stable coins and algorithms, they do not work. Um, like looking at the white paper of Terra Luna, I would tell right away that algorithms would not be working. So the idea of the white paper is like they were supposed to compensate the inflows and outflows in UST in the algorithmic in the stable coin by like making like compensations like having burns or issues of like assets in Luna. But I would like I would tell that it's not working, but people who entered the project like they would some of them they would be reading the white paper or some of them they would be reading an article by promoters of this project and marketers of this project, and they would suspend critical thinking and like they would get seduced by the academic language in the white paper or the claims by like marketers and promoters of this project, and like they would exchange their like crypto, like mainly like enter with Ethereum or with the Bitcoin or with or swapping other like tokens or coins to buy Luna or UST. And so like what happened is with the start of the war, like the crypto market went down, and this uh, like crypto going down did affect the assets of Terra Luna. Like Terra Luna was holding very big like amount of assets in Bitcoin, and from the people entering their project, and so like at like some point people seeing the decline of the value, they decided to exit Terra Luna project. They started selling UST and selling Luna, and so like the algorithm was exposed as not working, and so the essentially the project had to depack the one-to-one peg, one-to-one promise of their stable coin, and the peg went into the matter of hours, like it started declining, and then it went to close to zero. The same thing happened with the Luna crypto coin and crypto token, and so like the project basically went like did crash and went to zero. In some of my other talks, like I did talk in very big details about this crash and why the algorithm did not work. And in my talks, I did like make a speculation or make a prediction of how this type of stable coin it's possible to work with an algorithm. So like if the algorithmic stablecoin does collect actually fiat currency, like the way Tether, who issues USDT, or Circle, who issues USDC, like the way this type of the first type of stablecoin works, like is they do not need algorithms, but they need just to collect the fiat currency and keep it into the savings account so that they can meet demands from people exiting the crypto market and wanting to get back to fiat. But both Tether and Circle, they put lots of their uh, assets in fiat, they put them into US government treasuries. And this makes the assets of both, like the large percentage of the assets of Tether and Circle, it makes them not liquid. So essentially, Tether and Circle, they cannot meet demands from like from people who want to exit the market. Like they can meet the small amount of demand, but if the demand increases, basically they have to wait for the maturity of the US government treasuries so that they can return the fiat to people. And so like in the event of people rushing to cash back to fiat, both Circle and Tether, they would be crashing, and this would affect the whole crypto market. But I'm talking about the first type of stable coin, and let's talk about the second type of a stable coin, the stable coin which people are entering into this stable coin through cryptocurrency. And Terra Luna falls into this second category of stable coins. And in this category of a stable coin, algorithm is possible to work if the company who issued the stable coin does an active trading into the crypto assets they were collecting. In the case of Terra Luna, they would should have had an algorithm which does active trading of Bitcoin, so that when the value of the Bitcoin did decline against US dollar, they would compensate for this decline of value through active trading. So this is the only way an algorithmic stablecoin could be working, and Terra Luna definitely did not choose this type of algorithm, but they chose an algorithm which was working on paper but did not work in real life. So enough talking about Terra Luna. Let's talk about the following big crash, which I could mention Celsius, which did like a decentralized finance project, which people could enter with crypto, and they would stake their assets and they would get interest. But like before continuing with my talk, like people who join these events, you're welcome to type your questions into the chat, and I would see your question and I would answer your question related to the topic of this conversation. So once again, I'm welcoming people to type questions so that we can make this event interactive. But like reading about like some comments of the people, so I got the comment of great project from Blessed Salem, and so like I got the comment hi as well. So once again, you're welcome to type a question if you wish, or type any comments in the chat section for Instagram live event. But going further with my talk, let's talk about Celsius. And the idea of the Celsius was like people are coming to this project and they will stake their crypto assets, and they would get around 5% interest on the stakes on the staking of their assets. On the other hand, like the project was offering lending of crypto assets, and people borrowing from Celsius, like ordinary people, they would be paying 14% interest to the project, and in addition to this, they would have like they had to put some collateral for the borrowing from Celsius. Like in addition to the group of ordinary people who would be paying 14% interest, there was a second group of borrowers, which were institutions. And institutions were large financial institutions like hedge funds or pension funds, or like big crypto traders. And this type of this group of like institutions, they were supposed to pay only 8% interest to Celsius. So far so good. Like this is the way actually like banking works in most of the countries in the world. Basically, the central bank of a country, they issue like currency, they create currency assets, and then they're giving this to the banks with one interest rate, and usually it's called the prime rate, which banks they have to pay to the central bank of their country. And then banks further, they can issue loans to people so that people can buy, for example, homes, or they can buy cars, or they can use loans for other purposes as well. And people were supposed to pay interest on these loans, which was bigger than the interest banks were paying to their central bank. So basically, Celsius was operating in the same way as, for example, a central bank in crypto. Um, so, like the problem with Celsius is like the assets they did accumulate. The assets which people were staking in the amount of several $billion. On the other hand, they did accumulate loans from people and institutions in the amount of several $100 million. And so here we have a big discrepancy between several $billion collected and staked, which Celsius had to pay 5% on this several $billion. And on the other end, Celsius was getting 40% or 8% like interest paid by the borrowers, but it was on the amount of several $100 million. And like if somebody does a simple calculation, like early or late, a project like this is supposed to run out of assets, out of money, because like the big discrepancy of several $billion in the assets staked versus several $100 million in assets borrowed. And so like Celsius was affected by the crash of Terra Luna, but like the model they were operating was not going to work like anyways. And like at some point they did like freeze the withdrawals of currency, and then they did declare bankruptcy as well. So this is actually the second type of big crypto crash. And so like if we are looking at the model itself, like the model is going to work only if like the amount of the assets staked in a project like this is matching the amount of assets which were loaned or borrowed by other projects, companies or institutions. So like this is the only way a project like this is may be working as a project. And so, but let's go further to other significant events which happened this year, in year 2022. And let's look at one very recent crash. Let's look at the crash of FTX. As people know, FTX was a very large crypto exchange, and they were like doing like trading into derivatives. And derivatives are the kind of like financial products which are dealing with bets into the like increase or decrease in the price of a specific assets. And so like people would be buying, for example, a future of like a Bitcoin and make some kind of a price prediction for the increase in the price or decrease in the price at a specific time in the future. And depending on the type of the future, they could exercise and sell the future that they did buy either at the time of the maturity of the future or during the period the future was operating. And so like there are other types of derivatives which the FTX was offering, but so like another significant like offer from this type of crypto exchange was with their token called FTT, and people were able to buy this token and then sell it, and this token did accumulate large value because of the size of the exchange itself. The size of FTX, which was estimated to be maybe the second or third largest crypto exchange. So, but if we're looking at the FTT, we have to look at the founder of this exchange, and the name of this founder is Sam Bankman-Fried. And the founder of FTX exchange, SBF in abbreviation, is actually the founder of Alameda Research, which is a large, like big crypto trader as well. Like SBF did found Alameda Research in back in 2017, and at that time, like he made very big gains in trading Bitcoin against US dollar versus Bitcoin against Japanese yen. At that time, like there was a chance of arbitrage, and like for example, buying Bitcoin with US dollars, then transfer this Bitcoin into Japanese exchange, or having a Japanese branch into an exchange, and then selling like Bitcoin for Japanese yens and exchanging Japanese yens for US dollars. That type of arbitrage it made money for Alameda Research, and so like following the success of Alameda Research, SBF did register, and he's a founder of FTX crypto exchange. But in 2022, Alameda Research was affected by the crash of Terra Luna, and SBF did like loan some assets to Alameda Research, so that Alameda Research is not going to go into bankruptcy, just like several other companies which like after Terra Luna they crashed as well. And like this initial transfer of assets to media research, it help them um, stay afloat and continue operating. But in September of this year, there was a second transfer from FTX to our research, and this transfer was not publicized. Like crypto publication called Cointelegraph, they did an investigative article, and they uncovered this second and very large transfer of assets from FTX media research. And like people started questioning like the viability of FTX as a crypto exchange, and they started selling their assets on FTX and selling their FTT token as well. And this led to a rapid decline in the value of FTT and the crash of FTX. Basically, on September 11th, 2022, FTX did file one other very interesting thing happened shortly after. The link for bankruptcy on September 11th was in 9 o'clock in the morning, and mere 12 hours later, FTX did announce hacking of their crypto exchange, and this of funds from the exchange. So I believe this second type of event, which happened to FTX, is very suspicious. So if a company goes to bankruptcy, people who are involved into this company, who are insiders, they were operating this company and in control of this company, they have very strong incentives to hide assets so that they can start over. Like they do not have incentives to transfer all the assets to the bankruptcy court, which can then distribute some of the remaining assets in a company which filed for bankruptcy. Like the bankruptcy court and bankruptcy proceedings, they're supposed to return some of the assets to the people who did loan money or who invested into a specific company which filed for bankruptcy. So whether this is a stage event by the insiders of FTX, or this is a real hacking which happened without knowing of the insiders of FTX, we are going to find with like an investigation. But the fact is, like FTX was the third and very large crash which happened in 2022. So let's get some other things which happened during 2002, and I believe one of the significant events was the announcement of two type of blockchain announcement from Aptos. And so like this type of new type of blockchain was supposed to have a very large number of they're supposed to have very large number of transactions submitted to the blockchain. And just because this blockchain was created by four former employees of Facebook Meta, it managed to attract very large investments in the project. So I've so far invest the amount of investments is around $300 million. So this is a significant amount invested into the project. But what happened in the project is they were doing airdrop events, but people were asking for the tokenomics of the project. And so as it happened, the project did create about 1 trillion tokens, and so then about 800 billion were staked by insiders as well, actually. So, so the project did issue lots of assets to users of the project, and even though they were doing airdrops of their token, but these airdrops or people buying into the token of this project, they have very little access to, if they stake these assets, they get very little grants for the table because of the large initial amount of tokens taken by insiders of the project. Another thing which is doubtful of this project is lots of new types of blockchains like Solana and others, which I'm currently looking at. They claim large number of transactions, but I think this type of claims are fantastic. They are comparable to claims in the fiction shows of faster than light, spaceship engines who are flying faster than light, and person who was submitting request to a node of a blockchain has to submit an HTTP request, and it takes a specific time to submit this request. So essentially, a person, if people are submitting transactions to one node, they can submit maybe several dozens, maybe 30, or maybe up to 50 or 100 transactions a second. As mentioned, of the amount of HTTP requests which are submitted to a node, people can submit a transaction to multiple nodes, but these nodes, they have to reach consensus, and then they can form a block of a blockchain. And consensus, it takes time as well. So that number of transactions claimed by new types of blockchains like Solana or others, these are transactions transactions which are already submitted. And if the transactions are submitted, then the handling of this transaction is actually easy because with significant number of CPU cores involved, a program can handle a large number of transactions, which is explained by these new types of blockchains. So, if we look at the claims, we have to say that it's very easy to handle transactions which are already submitted, but the submission of transaction or the number of transactions which are submitted per second is limited by the time it takes to make an HTTP request to a node of a blockchain. And so we were talking about new types of blockchains. We were talking about Atos, but let's talk about other events. And I think, I believe these announcements are significant, but they got very little coverage in the posts related to crypto in the news or these articles. And one of these announcements was the announcement by China of adding smart contract capability to their central bank digital currencies. And I think it is very significant because central bank digital currencies are going to become a very significant competitor, and they're going to have confrontation with ordinary crypto, and in a confrontation between a central bank digital currency, which is covered by real and physical assets by the economy of a country, versus cryptocurrency, which has only a virtual value, in a battle between a physical and tangible value represented by central bank digital currency versus crypto represented by a virtual value. In a battle between both, central bank digital currency is going to win for sure, because it has the coverage of the economy of the country and the country and the people living in this country, and etc. So the announcement of central bank digital currency adding or working on implementing smart contract capability, I believe is a significant announcement for 2022. The second announcement, which happened in 2022, I think is a big crypto market with NFT, like NFT products in China. As we know, with the announcement of central bank digital currency, the China government did outlaw first mining of crypto, and specifically the Bitcoin mining. They did outlaw the mining in the country, and then the miners moved outside, away from China. They did follow this announcement with outlawing of trading cryptocurrencies. And so like people who wanted to like trading NFTs, like they were actually trading with fiat currency in China. And this type of like what did happen with the NFT market with China, it got very little coverage into the press, and it got very little coverage by people like who are marketers or promoters. But I think it's a significant thing because like what we read is they have been maybe up to 500 different NFT projects in China, and there are a big crypto like NFTs similar to for example OpenSea, which deals with NFT projects, so it lists NFT projects and people can buy into the NFTs with crypto. But in China we had marketplaces which people could buy NFTs, but they were buying this with the Chinese fiat currency, RMB or yuan, or their central bank digital currency. So that's in our review for 2020. Very soon our end, but if you have questions or comments, you're welcome. Write them down in the chat section for our talk. But I did start with a little introduction of myself and project. And once again, my name is Postov, and I'm the founder of the Decentralized project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. When we are talking about decentralization, we have a decentralization engine which is not based on blockchain, and we still have a blockchain instance which is playing just a support role for our project, and it is being a token which is for incentives for users for our project. Our project depends on every project depends on marketing, and success or failure of a project depends on marketing for this project. And to make our project attractive and to make it interesting, we're events like this, which happens on Instagram Live. We're also organizing this type of educational event on Twitter Space event on Twitter Space, and like our education they happen on Saturdays on Instagram on Twitter Space, and Sundays on Instagram Live. In addition to these two events, we have Ask Meeting event which happens on Thursday, and Wednesday, which happen on Thursday as well. So 1 week we have Ask Meeting event, and the following week we have Demo Day event, and the following week we have Ask Meeting event again. So this is we're organizing this to make our project interesting for people to join, and we're inviting users to download software and become users for our project as well. So I'm looking for questions or comments. So far, I'm reading just a great project and hi. So I'm going to wrap up the event. But so we're entering 2023, and we're entering the year with bear market, and so we are going to see what is going to happen in year 2023. But for now, I'm going to wrap up the event. Once again, Happy New Year. Like, my name is Sapolar Sof. I'm the founder of the Decentralized project. Have a nice afternoon, have a nice evening, take care, and see you at the next events which we're organizing. Goodbye.